Hello everyone, welcome to Walsey Wisdom. In this video, we're going to talk about the 5 common mistakes by retired people that you must avoid. If you are new to this channel, do like and subscribe to the channel. Let's face it, even if you like your job, we all want a quiet retirement. It's nice to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor after years of hard work. The good news is that anyone can plan for a successful retirement, but it does require careful planning, which should start early in life. This gives you more time to save for retirement and makes it easier to handle the financial risks that come with economic downturns, which many of us have been through recently. Starting to save when you're young could also help you deal with things like inflation and healthcare costs better. Even with these things in mind, early retirees and other retirees can still make mistakes that hurt their quality of life after they stop working. This is why it's important to be well informed not just at the beginning of your career, but all throughout it. Early retirees need to plan ahead and make smart financial decisions. But most of the time, they make the wrong ones. The Federal Reserve says that 36% of people who haven't yet retired say that their finances are in good shape. Another 44% are sure they are going in the right direction, while the last 3% are not sure. This means that many people's futures are uncertain, and if they make these 5 common mistakes when they retire, their problems will only get worse. Getting ready for retirement takes a lifetime, and making bad financial decisions can put your golden years at risk. Lucky for you, I want to help you avoid that problem by telling you about 5 mistakes you must not make before you retire. The first mistake is not considering your legacy. Over 40% of elderly parents provide some type of financial aid to their adult children. The financial impact on early retirees' children is frequently greater since their children are younger and more dependent than the norm. If you have more than one child to support after early retirement, you may find yourself paying more than $1,000 per month, which is not uncommon given your financially dependent progeny. Instead of isolating your adult children, your early retirement plans can help you deal with unexpected costs and the stress that comes with them. Speaking with them before retirement can help them evaluate the degree of financial support they should expect from you. Ensuring that your financial objectives are not threatened by new money demands, set expectations with your children about how much and how long you will support them. Finally, you want to know that when you retire, your financial future is safe. Your savings, your assets, and your social security benefits as a retiree are all important parts of planning for an early retirement. The second mistake is not phasing into retirement. Don't make the mistake that many early retirees make by picking a random age and then attempting to save the requisite amount to achieve their goal. Since a black and white plan never reflects reality, your plans for early retirement may become unattainable unless you gradually reduce the method. By phasing out your job, you may gradually downshift towards early retirement while continuing to work from home, part-time, or transferring to a less demanding field. A gradual move to early retirement can make any psychological or financial gaps between your professional work and full-time retirement simpler to overcome. Working fewer hours to begin early retirement will move your focus away from the conclusion of your working career, allowing you to envision your whole retirement sooner. A phased-out retirement is exemplified by a 45-year-old employee who wishes to retire at 55 and earns $110,000 a year. The monthly benefits for this person will be higher. They waited 5 years after becoming eligible to receive Social Security benefits. Using this method, an early retiree with an above-average earning history would get around $31,000 per year in retirement benefits. If the early retiree had totally quit working at the age of 55, they would have been able to cover all their expenses until Social Security became available. The optimum strategy is to gradually reduce the workload by earning at least $50,000 in pay between the ages of 55 and 59, with the retiree getting $30,000 between the ages of 60 and 63, and gradually decreasing the number of withdrawals from their personal retirement account. Third mistake, ignoring the cost of healthcare. While you're working, your company probably has health insurance for you. And until you're 65 or older and can fully retire, Medicare will be your main source of coverage. When you retire early, you may not know what your health insurance options are because you aren't quite retired yet. Uncertainty about health insurance doesn't make things any easier right now, though a financial planner or someone who works in health insurance will be able to give you the best advice and prices for retiring early. If your spouse is still working after you retire, it's a good idea to join their health insurance plans. For now, the Affordable Care Act makes each state's health insurance exchange a cheap option, and tax credits for lower retirement income may include assets that can be used to cover costs. There is also direct primary care, which is a type of alternative health insurance that charges a single monthly fee for all normal primary medical care services. Before you retire early, I think you should buy long-term health insurance because the rates will go up as you get older. Also, if you are still healthy and active when you first retire, don't spend too much on health insurance premiums. As you get older, the effects of aging will mean that your health insurance plans will have to pay off since you will need care and won't be able to count on the government to give it to you. Even if you have additional insurance or Medicare, you will still have to pay for insurance deductibles, medical treatments that may or may not be covered, and insurance copays that may add up over time. Medicare doesn't pay for eye care services. Without long-term care services, the average American couple will spend about $285,000 on healthcare in retirement if they don't use any long-term care services. Medicare will only cover 80% of your healthcare costs when you retire, so you can either pay for extra coverage or try to stay as healthy as possible. You'll be able to enjoy the rest of your retirement in style if you save some extra money for things like healthcare costs in old age. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. The fourth mistake, the money from Social Security is not being handled well. Even though it makes financial sense to wait as long as possible to start getting Social Security payments, you could lose the ability to rely on your assets. You might get more each month if you wait to make these payments until you're older. But this isn't always the best choice. If your job is bad for your health and all you'll get out of it is what you've earned over the years, that's a good reason to start getting Social Security payments early. If you start getting benefits right away after retiring, you'll have more money in your later years. I waited way too long to ask for help from the government. This also means that if you die before you turn 80, you are giving the government money. This money can't be moved from one place to another. A smaller monthly payment is better than nothing at all. In order to sum up everything I've said so far, first, you're 62 years old, which is the age for retirement, but you want to use the money while you're still working. Second, your total income needs will require you to take out more than 5% of your current day's total from your retirement account. This increases the risk of your account running out of money too soon. Third, you need more money, even though the money you get from Social Security each month is enough. The fifth mistake, not setting up multiple ways to make money. Building a nest egg until it's ready to hatch and then breaking it to pay for your post-work years isn't enough to retire early. To live well in retirement, you won't be able to just rely on your investments or savings. Instead, you'll need to find other ways to make money. When planning for more than one source of income, there are also psychological benefits to having more than one. But you have to think about inflation, which is not part of your pension. Your Social Security payments are changed every year to cover the rising cost Medicare. This is done by investing in assets like real estate and certain stocks that don't go down in value when the economy is bad, which means you can cash in early. If you make sure that the value of your money goes up even though prices are going up, you'll get about 8% more every year. PITs can be claimed after age 62 and you can take money out of your 401k or IRA until you're 59 and a half. If you don't, a 10% surcharge penalty will be added to your earnings, which will lower your income even more and put your retirement assets at risk. The best plan for early retirement should give you extra sources of income that you can count on before you turn 59 and a half. As a last resort, you could use a part-time job or your savings. If you retire early, keep in mind that if you take money out of assets like an IRA before you turn 59 and a half, you will have to pay income tax and penalties. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, do give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Thank you and goodbye.